Algebraic properties / laws. The first law is the Commutative Law of Addition. This says if you have A plus B, you could rewrite that as B plus A. And as you can see, A is here, B is here, and when it's rewritten, B comes first, and then A comes second. The order doesn't matter with this law. So let's look at an example. How about 2 plus 3? Well, 2 plus 3 is going to equal 5. But let's look a little further. Here is our A. Here is our B. And remember, the law says the order doesn't matter. So I could rewrite this as 3 plus 2 equals 5. Where B comes first on this side and A comes second. They both give me the same thing. Here's another example, 5x plus 2x. 5x plus 2x is 7x. And A comes first, B comes second. But the commutative law for addition says the order doesn't matter, so I can rewrite this. I can rewrite it as 2x plus 5x, which is equal to 7x. And on this side, our B comes first, and 5x, our A, comes second. And as you can see, they give us exactly the same thing. The second law, the Commutative Law of Multiplication. This law says if you have A times B, that could be rewritten as B times A. A and B are on the left side, but here on the right side, B comes first and A comes second. This law says the order doesn't matter as well. Here's an example. How about 2 times 3? That equals 6. Where 2's are A, 3's are B. But remember, the law says the order doesn't matter, so I could rewrite this as 3 times 2, which is equal to 6. Where B comes first, and A will come second on this side. Both give us the same answer. Here's another example. How about 5x times 2x? That's going to give us 10x squared. And our A is going to be 5x. Our B will be 2x. Remember, the law says the order doesn't matter, so I could rewrite this as 2x times 5x, which gives us, as you could see, 10x squared. But in this case, B comes first, and A comes second. We still get the same solution. The third law, the Associative Law of Addition. This law says if you have A plus B in parentheses plus C, that's going to equal to A plus B plus C in parentheses. Here, A plus B are in parentheses, and on the right side, B plus C are in parentheses. This law says you can group these in any order. There's your A, there's your B, and there's your C. And on this side, here's your A, here's your B, and here's your C. Here's an example. How about 2 plus 3 in parentheses plus 4? How do we work this out? Remember, PEMDAS. Go to the video I made of PEMDAS for review. We first start with things in parentheses. In this case, a 2 plus 3. It's going to give us 5. Bring down to 4. And that gives us 5 plus 4, which is 9. Let's see if the law is true. it's saying that we could regroup these in any order. Let's try to group it with 2 plus 3 plus 4 in parentheses. Start with the 3 plus 4 doing PEMDAS. So 3 plus 4 gives us 7. Bring down to 2. This is 2 plus 7, which is going to give us 9. We both get the same solution. There's your A, there's your B, and there's your C. And as you can see, here's our A, here's our B, and here's our C. The fourth law, the Associative Law of Multiplication. This law says if you have A times B in parentheses times C, you can rewrite that as A times B times C in parentheses. Well, here's your A, here's your B, and here's your C. And here's your A, here's your B, and here's your C. A and B on the left side are in parentheses, and on the right hand side, B and C are in parentheses. You could group these in any order as well. Let's look at an example. How about 2 times 3 in parentheses times 4? Well, remember PEMDAS. We do what's first in parentheses, which is 2 times 3. That's 6. Bring down the times 4. 6 times 4 is 24. Let's test out the law. The law says that we can regroup these in any order, so let's find out. How about if I make this 2 times 3 times 4 in parentheses? Let's do the 3 times 4 due to PEMDAS, working with what we have in the parentheses. So this is going to equal to 3 times 4 is 12. Bring down to 2 times 12. This becomes 2 times 12. And 2 times 12 is 24. And as you can see, we get the same thing. Because here's our A, here's our B, here's our C. And on this side, A and B and C are right here. The only thing that changed is the location of parentheses, and the law stays true because we got the same thing. The fifth law, I put a star on this one because you're going to use this one a lot. The Distributive Law. This law says if you have A times, in parentheses, B plus C, that's going to equal to A times B in parentheses plus A times C in parentheses. Here's your A on the left side, here's your B, and here's your C. And on the right side, here's your A times your B in parentheses plus A times C in parentheses. And then this law says if you're adding numbers and multiplying, it's going to be the same thing as multiplying and adding. Here's an example. How about 2 times 3 plus 4 in parentheses? Well, 2 is our A, 3 is our B, and 4 is our C. And the law says I could rewrite this as A times B in parentheses, or 2 times 3 in parentheses, plus A times C in parentheses, or for us, 2 times 4 in parentheses. So to simplify this, we follow PEMDAS. We work with P and PEMDAS of what we have in the parentheses first. this is going to be 3 plus 4 is 7. Bring down the 2. This becomes 2 times 7, which gives us 14. Let's do the other side and see if we get the same thing. Here we have PEM does twice. We're going to work out, so here we have PEM does twice. Do we work the left side or the right side first? Well, PEM does has an inherent rule that says you work things from left to right. So let's work out the things inside the first parentheses. So 2 times 3 is going to be 6. Bring down that plus sign, and then 2 times 4 is 8. This gives us 6 plus 8, which is 14. And that's all for the properties and laws.